Please confirm my confession. Because I think your past must have been prophetic. You were seen by your forefathers and ancestors before you born. That's the real tune of Constitution, which means tune of all nations. On your way to the United Nations in America, your pen left the Gambia. The Gambia received so much rainfall. To an extent that President Pierre reported to the airport. He said, my king, the rainmaker. Remove your bitter seal of the lion. Because around is the king of the top.
Emakhosikazi bantu abenkosi Ndunankulu emabandla ekweluleka ikhulu lijaji lelikhulu isekela landvunankulu indvuna tembuso labamele emave kuleli bacondzisi netindlu timbili lePhalamende lo buke sigodi salapha kamanzini timenywa letibalulekile nanonke bekunene lo chairman ne management nabo director nema partners nabo bonke baka Kellogg nalabasebenta ka Kellogg sinvusele lapha ka Kellogg bekunene.
Emakhosikazi, Your Royal Highnesses, Prime Minister, Councillors, Chiefs, the Chief Justice, Deputy Prime Minister, Cabinet Ministers, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the presiding officers and members of both Houses of Parliament, the Regional Administrator for the Manzini region, the distinguished guests, Chairman, Managing Director of Kellogg and all ranks of the Kellogg Tolaram family, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all here at Kellogg's factory.
Bekunene sithatha lethuba lelihle kangaka ukuthi kumnanzi kuba lapha namhla kulelanga lelikhulu lekudobusisa lo msebenzi ngikakhulu ngemva kweminyaka lethi solo singalithola ithuba lekuthi sibe khona kuletindzawo lapha bekunene ukuthi sithatha lethuba kunemukela kulomsebenzi lotovula umsebenzi waka Kellogg Tolaram bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure and joy to be here today on the occasion of the official blessing of the Kellogg Tolaram factory here in Matapa. More especially because it's been a couple of years since not coming to gather in such fashion, having such events in the kingdom. It gives me joy in welcoming you all into this auspicious event here today.
Bekunene sithatha lethuba lekunemukela nonke kulelanga la namuhla ukuthi nibe khona la na sitobusisa lo mkhosi ikakhulu sithatha lena lethuba nekumukela nabo yonke team yaka Kellogg lefake khathi chairman nabo director nema partners nabo bonke laba investile kulo msebenzi lona bekunene.
I would like to take this time in welcoming you all, especially the Kellogg Tolaram family that is here, the chairman, managing director, partners, and all staff of Kellogg Tolaram who are here today in joining and making this event the success that it is today.
Bekunene leli lilanga lakhona sitokupa lusuku lalo msebenzi lokudala kwale nkampani lethi dinga katalwa kwaba na lokunyendi lokwediwako kuze kufike lesikhathi lesi sanamuhla la khona itovulwa ebekunene.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, presents us with the opportunity of receiving the birth of this newborn baby. More so because there are quite a number of leading events that have occurred precedent to the opening of this great factory here in Matapa.
Bekunene ngiyakhumbula libandla lafika litongivusela ungakaqalwa lo msebenzi lefake ekhathini indvuna bomancoba bekubasena nandunankulu ke mandvulo lebeka khona batongibikela ngawo lo msebenzi ukuthi awu kunemsebenzi kunenyoni labafuna ukuthi ngibabambise yona bekunene.
I vividly recall that it has been quite a number of months back when Minister Mangoba, in the company of then Prime Minister Manvulo, who came to me to tell me that there is a bird that they desire to catch in their net, and they seek my assistance in ensuring that this bird is caught in their net.
Ngacabanga ke nami ukuthi awu ngabe senta njani inhlanhla yami ngangifunda eEngland ngakhumbula lomunye lebengifunda naye uyangitekela ukuthi awu abekafuna intombi kuyisoma wasi uyangitekela ke ukuthi ke cha why date le ntombi why invite ukuthi akuyo fish and chips ayokwathi ukuthi ayoyikhulumisa khona le ntombi hawu uyabuya sokubuya ahlekelela so yangitekela ke ukuthi hawu ngale tatikhathi ke sisafunza hawu uwangibida ngeligama nje hawu successful.
After hearing the message from them, I then took leave from the experience that I had when studying in England. I remember one of my friends then told me a story that he was intending to date a particular lady. He then tells me that he arranged that they go to a fish and chip shop where they would get to have time to know each other. And indeed, they had that meeting at the fish and chips. And the news that he came back with was news that was making him smile all the way, and called me by name and said, I got the lady.
Bekunene angisho ukuthi ke angizange ngicabanga fish and chips kuleso sigaba kepha sabuka ukuthi cha akube nelidina liba khona sitokwathi ukuthi noma ayasho lelibandla langibikela ukuthi awu lefisa lo msebenzi ukuthi ungaphunyuki athi ke cha akube nelidina letawuqala tinkulumo letitawubonisa ukuthi tivele setivulela indlela yokuthi lo msebenzi utoqalwa bekunene.
I must say that I did not suggest a fish and chips date, but I then suggested taking leave from the study that I got to host a dinner in honor of the investor that they were telling me about, to ensure that this dinner facilitates talks that will lead to the successful establishment of the Kellogg Tolaram factory here in the kingdom.
Awulengu jabulelako ukuthi i-team yaka Kellogg's yafika njengoba wafika Malinda lapha lwabonala ukuthi bekahamba nala elinya aqhuba lena njengoba yena uhead yaka Kellogg's eAfrica bafika balithimba basuka eheadquarters lebonala ukuthi yaye bathumile asebatothamela kangwane ukuthi njoba kunalokukhuluma lokunjena ingabe singahambisana sifike phi bekunene.
Indeed, at my instance of hosting the dinner, I was glad that Mr. Mahinda, with his Kellogg Tolaram team, indeed obliged into having dinner with us in the kingdom. Indeed, the talks began that have really shown that it has been a good start that was started by our great dinner.
Bekunene tinkulumo taphela kahle kamnanzi kube nathi besitikela labanye ngasasho ukuthi hawu sibe successful njoba angitekela lo ya bekunene umsebenzi wonke kokhuluma kwaba kuhle kwabonala ukuthi tinkulumo tiba tinhle libandla langakithi litsimba langakithi lijabulile litsimba la Kellogg's Tolaram lijabulile vele ngingathi kube bekusayinwa ngangangithi hawo sase siqedisa kwase kuthiwa nje sale sokwenda ama formalities ekusayina kepha indzaba yaseyivele seyiphelile bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must say that the talks of the day over dinner were a great success. If it were my friend in England, I would just say the dinner was a great success and our talks were indeed successful because all our talks from the body language of our local team and the Kellogg Tolaram team showed that indeed there is a meeting of eye in the discussions that we had. If it were to sign on that very same day, we would have signed because all talks were indeed in agreement, showing that we all want to make this venture a success.
Siyati namandvulo ukuthi naye uyajabula la khona khona ubona ukuthi awu umsebenzi lahle hlanga wenkosini ligama lakhe liyawusale likhona likhumbuleka ukuthi awu wasebenza umsebenzi ngoba nathi tithelo namuhla njoba libandla belimfaka nana ekhasi kungasiye ukuthi bekayedwana bebalibandla keja naye bekakhona noma lijase lathathwa iCovid siyathi ukuthi awu uNkulunkulu uyati konke kepha ngiyakholwa ukuthi la likhona khona liyajabula kubona lo msebenzi lesihlangene ngawo namhla bekunene.
In this venture, as I said, the team that was lobbying for the establishment of Kellogg's Tolaram in the kingdom was the late Prime Minister Mandvulo, whom I do believe that wherever he is, he's beaming and smiling, seeing the success and the fruits of his labor together with his team that were laboring to ensure that this venture is the success that it is today.
Bekunene lo msebenzi lomuhle nakangaka ube mkhulu ngoba emva koba sekuhlangenwe kwase kuyiwa kuma drawing boards go design wakwentiwa konke ukuthi lo msebenzi utawuba kanjani esigabeni lesikanjani umithe ema standards kanjani njoba i-Kellogg's Tolaram i-organization le operator ku food chain lekubonalisa ukuthi nema standards akhona kufuneka abe se-standardini lesisetulu kakhulu bekunene.
After our successful meeting, the teams then went into drawing boards in trying to see how could they make this venture the success that it is. We all know that Kellogg's Tolaram is a food chain business. It was therefore imperative that they look into the various safety and health standards to make sure that all things are done according to accepted international quality standards.
Bekunene ngiyabona ukuthi nibonile nalapha nasibuka le video ukuthi iyakhomba ukuthi ema safety standards nema healthy standards kule company avele abekwa etulu kakhulu bashilo nje nokuthi nasesiya uthorisha funeka sishawe sonke lapha ube ngiloya ashawe kuqala bese ufaka ke equipment yokungena la ngekhathi ngoba awungeni la ngekhathi kunemifomo ungena kuhlobile kakhulu nalokudla lokula ngekhathi kungaze konakale bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kellogg Tolaram factory here is indeed a company that observes and adheres to high standards of health and safety. I have been informed that as we will be going for the tour, we shall all be required to take a shower and also to ensure that no sweat proceeds into the factory, and we will then wear clothes that will ensure that we participate in the standards that are expected for us, not to spoil the food that is manufactured inside the factory.
Bekunene ngisitena ngikhuluma na Chairman lapha sibuka lo msebenzi ngasho ngathi awu njoba ubuya eSingapore ngiyabona ukuthi cha uthathe yonke concept le yase Singapore ngoba njoba live alidingi ku-inventa a new wheel, especially langabe kubonakala ukuthi kukhona ema designs lesingawasebenzisa njoba nje lapha babuye eSingapore ngisibonile le standard ukuthi cha vele ngilele ngasibona eSingapore njoba ngingathi ivakashela tindzawo nangibona khona nema factories ngabona ukuthi cha le design ingile standard lesikhona khona lena futhi kusijabulisile lokho ukubona lapha kithi Eswatini bekunene.
Since the chairman hails from Singapore, I have been glad to see the standards of Singapore being outlaid in the kingdom. Watching through the screens, I did see that the standards that I saw whilst visiting the various factories in Singapore have since come into the kingdom. I'm happy that we did not reinvent any wheel. We just duplicated what is happening or obtaining abroad and brought it into the kingdom, and I'm glad to see this.
Bekunene sibonile nalapha ukuthi kune gym nalangekhansi ukuthi staff lesebenta khona sihlale sicabanga kahle ukuthi sibe healthy ngoba kuhlale uhlushukumisa umtimba ukhokhe ne-stress kuyasida lokho kungema standards aka first world standards lawo ukuthi na usebenza ngoba na usebenza bese kuba khona nje lokufuthelabo so kukahle ke lokho ukuthi ke kube nema facilities njengoba nje kunabo gym kune outdoor ukuthi uhlule ushaya ngomoya kunenzawo lapho relaxa khona konke lokho kutanya kona ukuthi i-environment la kusetshenzwa khona ibe healthy ukhanze ukuthi imnanzi ungathi na uye emsebenzini ucabange kabili kathathu awu sengiyaya ke le kepha ke uvele ujabule na uyakhona uthi hayi sengiyawusebenza ke njani.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was glad to see that within the factory there are various other extracurricular activities that are obtaining within this great factory. I did see a gym and an outdoor place where people can relax and also refresh themselves. I am particularly enticed by seeing a gym because a healthy staff brings about more productivity in the working place. It also brings about people that are clear-minded and open-minded as people are fit in their bodies and ready to work. So I am glad with these facilities that Kellogg's Tolaram has brought within our shores, especially in this great facility to increase productivity of our staff.
Ne-environment ukuthi temvelo batilandzelela libandla laka Kellogg's Tolaram ngoba lapha nje bavele bangibikela ukuthi i-environment into labayinakisisa kakhulu ngisho noma basebenza khona la ngekhathi kusukela la ngekhathi kule factory ulandzelela lama standards ukuthi sigcine kahle imvelo kuyingxenye yabo ukuthi vele bakuthi ensure ukuthi onke ama companies abo ungasiko nje kuphela la Eswatini kepha ke emhlaba wonke jikelele vele basebenzisa lawo ma standards lawo ngisho nala ngaphandle nje kubonakala ukuthi kunengazi lenhle kuhlanyelwa isihlahla nami ngithole nethuba lokuhlanyela isihlahla ngidawuhle ngithi ngitosihlola ukuthi sesikhule kangakanani lesihlahla kuyinto lenhle kakhulu lena elesiyibonile bekunene.
I must say that I've been quite pleased to note that Kellogg's Tolaram also observed all the precautions that are there in ensuring that our environment is well kept and they adhere to environmental accepted standards in the kingdom and also in the world. This I know for sure is not just what a practice they are doing in the kingdom, but it is a global phenomenon within the Kellogg Tolaram group that they do adhere to environmental standards. To show that as an example, I did see the garden that they planted outside where I had an opportunity to also plant my very own tree, which from time to time I will be coming to check on my tree to see that my tree is growing very well.
Bekunene umsebenzi wa Kellogg's Tolaram muhle kakhulu ima products labawatawa khokha lapha ku festival standard siyakuthokozela lokho sibona ngato tonke tinto labati fakile ma systems la khona ayabonakala njenge food chain company siyakholwa ukuthi lokhu lokuthengiswa lapha njengoba baseshilo ukuthi kweqala kusetawuqalwa ngama noodles nasi sadla lapha kuqhamuke ama noodles kwabonakala ukuthi lama noodles laphekiwe ngilavele asuka khona la wekusho ukuthi njengoba kuthi logulako lapha kusho ukuthi vele le standard sisetulo kakhulu njengoba sesiwadlile bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, the products of Kellogg's Tolaram are indeed products that meet world standards and are accepted and loved by the world. We are therefore pleased that in this kingdom we will begin to produce these world-class products which are actually of first world standards. So as we are here, I've been told that we will start with the noodles factory, and the noodles that we did eat today are also products that have been produced locally here in the kingdom. And I would like to assure the nation at large that these products are good and healthy, because since we have eaten of these products, we look so healthy and we are well fed, and I believe the nations and the nations of the world will enjoy these healthy and good noodles.
Sesikholwa ukuthi le products letawuba lapha yalu advertise live la kangwane emhlabeni onkana jikelele njoba i-purpose yale nkampani ukuthi i-market yayo ibe la kangwane iphume la kangwane ibe ku-region e-Africa iphume e-Africa ibe emhlabeni wonkana siyeva ukuthi le company lena i-ratewe ukuthi number 3 etinkampanini letinyenti letakha ema noodles kuleti taka Kellogg's bekunene sithokozile kakhulu ke kuva lawo ma structures lawo ukuthi cha nembala lenkampani ihamba esigabeni lesingiyokubela nalokuthi ila kangwane nje kungidolo qina lomkhulu kakhulu lona bekunene.
Kellogg's Tolaram is a global brand, and their intention in establishing in the kingdom is to produce first for the local market and the regional market, continental and outside of the kingdom. I therefore believe that Kellogg's Tolaram shall become our ambassador. Wherever the product moves, it will be speaking of the goodness of the kingdom of Eswatini. I therefore hope and believe that these products will move over and above the kingdom of Eswatini and meet all the other stakeholders that need our products.
Bekunene myendi msebenzi lesingayisho lemihle iqalile lenkampani sathumisa nje ukuthi bekune COVID kwabonala ukuthi kwathi nakusakhulunywa lenzaba kwafika iCovid kepha lelibandla lelithimba lonke lalisebenza lenzaba lelifake ekhathi libandla lakithi Eswatini lephinduna lifake ekhathi ibandla la Kellogg's bonke bahlangana ngemoya lomuhle ukuthi noma kune COVID njoba beyikhona iCovid nema signs kungasiko clear ukuthi itawuphela nini sekunekwe ukuthi awungayibona la emsebenzi kutaba khona into kwakhiwa njoba kwake kwaba nema lockdowns kepha ke i-commitment yaqhubeka yaba khona kiwo onke ama sites ngalanga ka Kellogg's nangalanga kithi Eswatini ukuthi noma kulikhoni kunjani libandla lonke liyawuhlala phansi kusetshenzwe iziphumelele lo msebenzi nangu namuhla silapha kungenxa yale misebenzi nalama efforts alabanyenti labasebenta and ma back and forward kuhlanganiswa lo msebenzi ukuthi awu umsebenzi wabo ube muhle kakhulu lo msebenzi lona ebekunene.
I would like to applaud the commitment of our Kellogg's Tolaram team and our local team led by the ministers who have been back and forth discussing, negotiating, going back to the drawing boards and trying to find amicable ways of ensuring that this venture takes off. Indeed, through the joint participation of our teams, here we stand today with this factory that we are here to bless, which is as a result of the great work done by these both parties, and I do applaud your great work.
Bekunene lo msebenzi wonke lona ubite timali letinkulu letibonakalisile ukuthi letinye tiphumela kithi Eswatini letinye taphuma khona ka Kellogg's bekunene njoba nje lapha kithi kuphume imali lebonala ukuthi ilapha bo 200 million ka Kellogg's waphuma 210 lokusho ukuthi yonke le mali I round off sitting 410 million emalangeni lebe investment kulo msebenzi lona ukuthi umsebenzi lomuhle siyawuvumisa siyawuhalalisela nekwekuthi siyathi nekuthi utawenda lokukhulu even la kangwane special after i-COVID lapho khona simo besilikhuni bekunene lo msebenzi muhle kakhulu lona bekunene.
This great project here today comes in the fit of COVID and amidst the devastations that we have had through COVID. But I'm glad to say that the Kingdom of Eswatini has also injected 200 million emalangeni in the construction of the factory here, and also the Kellogg's Tolaram group has injected 210 million, which in total gives us 410 million emalangeni worth of investment that has been put into the success of this great project here at Kellogg's Tolaram factory.
Bekunene kunesive seMswati ke lesibonala ukuthi sitabe sinakelele lo msebenzi lesibonala ukuthi sitabe sisebenza lapha ngoba kufika kwalo msebenzi kuvula nemathuba ukuthi kuqalwe imisebenzi eveni lelinani ke lingenile la siyeva ukuthi lingena elinanini litiko nalibala letekuvula imisebenzi lapha kaNgwane kubonakala ukuthi naso ihlanganisa ukuthi for the last 3 years imisebenzi leseyivuliwe lapha kaNgwane ingetulu kwa 18,000 bekunene lokosho ukuthi ke yinto lenhle kakhulu lena ukuthi nasibala 3 years usukanyalo sesibalela ukuthi kungeta kwale company lena ka Kellogg's le misebenzi leseyivuliwe kaNgwane ingetulu kwa over 18,000 sithi asikushayele tandla ke lokho bekunene.
We actually appreciate this Kellogg's Tolaram factory that has been opened here because it brings about what we have been praying for, which is job creation. I've been informed by the relevant Ministry of Commerce that since in the past 3 years, there has been a job creation or opportunities for employment that has been created to the tune of 18,000 people in the last 3 years. That has been created in the kingdom. The opening of this factory adds to those numbers, and I can say with confidence that we do have over 18,000 new employed people in the last 3 years.
Kuyajabulisa ke lokho bekunene ngoba eminyakeni lapho na bekune COVID umhlaba wonke bokhala ukuthi kulahleka lokwana lokwa kepha ke singetile lapha kaNgwane ekuseni noma bekunesimo lesikhuni kepha kuchubeka kwekwathi ukuthi sive sifanele siphile sihlale kahle live lichubekile kunakelela sive nekufuna indlela ukuthi emathuba abe khona siyathi ke sisengakafiki la singathi sekuphelele khona umsebenzi wekukwakha imisebenzi nekuniketa emathuba eMswati athole lithuba likasebenza iseyinza indlela kepha ke nje lokhu lesekwendekile kuyinto lenhle kuyidirection le khomba ukuthi sikhombe khona ukuthi njoba siya ka first world sitawufika nembala bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, in spite of the fact that we have been through COVID, where many of our people have lost jobs and income in the kingdom, it is also heartening to see that amidst such occurrences that have befallen us and the world at large, in the kingdom we have been able to create so many jobs, which is an indication that indeed we are a progressive nation, and we are looking forward to seeing that many more jobs will be created in the kingdom. And this is well in line with our dream of becoming a first world country.
Bekunene lo msebenzi ke sesishiya kibo bonke labo labayawusebenza la sizothula etandleni tabo namuhla ukuthi nangumsebenzi lomuhle usesigabeni lesisedulu siyathemba nekukholwa ukuthi bonke labawubala bawugathe lo msebenzi bayawugatha ngetandla dotimbili bathi ukuthi nami ngiyabe solo ngibekeliso nekwathi ukuthi bawuchuba kahle lo msebenzi lo muhle kangaka ungonakali lesikholwa ukuthi bayokwenza konke emandleni ukuthi lo msebenzi lona ube muhle uchubeke wanzise naleminye imisebenzi lengaqhamuka ngoba konke kuyabe kuhamba kahle lapha bekunene.
Today I present this great work and project to you people of Kellogg's Tolaram factory who are residing and working here in the kingdom. I do hope and believe and do trust that you will take with both hands this great work that is being presented to you today. I pray that you continue to put your efforts in making sure that this great company moves from strength to strength, because you must know that I will also be having my eye to see that the work that we opened progresses as we all intended.
Bekunene sithatha lithuba lekubonga konke imisebenzi lendile nako konke nalabende konke ukuthi lo msebenzi ube impumelelo umsebenzi lomuhle sithi awasidumise kibo bonke nangumsebenzi waka Kellogg bekunene bacelile ke ukuthi njoba ngihlala yentana kufika umntwana lomusha uyaniketwa neligama ngase ngithi ke cha asengicabanga eligama ukuthi ngiliphi iligama lengitaba niketa lona bekunene.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do present this great work to you all and the entire kingdom. I must say that we have been glad to be here and also to enjoy the various activities that have been ongoing since our arrival here at Kellogg's Tolaram factory. I must say that on my way here, I was informed that I have to christen and name this new baby who is being born today. I did think of a name to give this newborn baby, and I must say I do have a name.
Bekunene bukile ligama leli ngaba kahle kakhulu ubuka into letikhona ukuthi emhlabeni kuba nema sites la atiwe na ungaya nje nenango letulu neAfrica ukhuphuka nayo kuye kwatiwa ukuthi une Kilimanjaro uye eAsia kuye kwatiwa ukuthi kune Everest uye etindzaweni letinyenti kuna na uya kuphi kune Victoria Falls ngase ngibuka ke ukuthi ke lakithi njoba nathi sinato tindzawo letinema sites labonala njengoba kunelitshe lelikhulu lelibonalako futhi nanginiketa leligama ufuna nginete ligama kulo msebenzi lo tokwathi utawuva bese ufanana nalo msebenzi lengibepta leligama lona lokunene ngabuka ukuthi ke kunelitshe lapha usho lelilangu nje awulavu lelimele lelitshe lelikhulu ayiphela eAfrica kepha emhlabeni bekunene jikelele noma lingathi wafuna latiwe kulamalanga ukuthi lelitshe leli likhulu emhlabeni lifuneka lingene kuma Guinness Book li record ukuthi linge one of my historical sites emhlaba njoba ngitawuniketa leligama leli lalengaphandle kunene ligama ke lalapha lengicabangile kusho ukuthi kutaba ngusibebe bekunene.
If you were to travel east and up in Africa, you would find that when you travel, there are some places and mountains like Kilimanjaro, and in Asia you have got other mountains like Mount Everest, and down here in Southern Africa we do also have the Victoria Falls. So in my thinking I did look and thought hard to say, in our kingdom we do have a special rock, and this rock is indeed a huge, humongous rock that must actually, that befits to enter into the Guinness Book of Records, because this rock is indeed a strong rock, and it must exemplify and bring its spirit to the Kellogg's family. The name that I then thought to give to the Kellogg's factory is the name of our huge rock, Sibebe.
Ngalamagama bekunene sengithatha lethuba lekusho ukuthi Sibebe Kellogg's Tolaram namuhla sovele uvuliwe ngokwemthetho bekunene.
With these remarks, I'd like to say that Sibebe Kellogg's Tolaram factory is officially opened under my hand today.
Siyabonga uNkulunkulu asibusise sonke bekunene.
I thank you. May Almighty God bless us all. Ayethe wena ungangezindaba zakamapho uyimbubu yesabe kudle emathole ezinyama. Ayethe
Asilalelaneni bekunene asibonge kudla balangene bayethe wena phakathi bayethe wena phakathi